Hi, this is a foreigner in the Philippines. Well, we're looking at what we've managed to achieve over the last few months. It's been quite a, been quite a roller coaster, quite a rocket ride actually. We only started a little over maybe 3 months ago on YouTube, and since then we've been able to achieve quite a bit. So let me just tell you kind of what our life is about. It really is an ordinary life, except that we're living it in an extraordinary way. Now, I have a wonderful wife, I have a wonderful family. We live in, well, it's not paradise, it is an extraordinary place to live, one of extraordinary beauty. We have a house with no doors and windows, and that's not really bothering us. The big thing is that we've been able, because of the support of the people that have followed us on YouTube, we've been able to give help to a great number of people. And as soon as you rise above the norm, then the people who don't want that to happen will rise as well. Right now, let me just tell you what we've learned about how the opposition, and it is an opposition to good, the opposition to good works in a certain way. So let's look at what we've been doing in the last few months. We have found a paralyzed man and we've helped his family. He's died, we've gone ahead and we've built a house. We've taken down the old virtually destroyed structure, and we've replaced it. And then there were 3 little girls, and we took their ruined house down and we built another one for them. We found a crippled girl, Desiree. She is now at least headed towards some kind of recovery, and we built her a house. All of these are all difficult logistical problems for building, because the materials can't be gotten to the site easily. They have to be carried by hand on carabao. They have to be dragged. Even carabao can't get to some of the places like Desiree's. We couldn't get the materials to Desiree's except on a motorcycle. Not even a carabao, because it would have destroyed the crops that were there that belonged to someone else, even though everybody has right of way. So what are we doing? What's our life consisting of? We usually get up at 5 or 6 in the morning, sometimes earlier. If Beth feels like doing it, she will sometimes be unable to stop herself from going down at 4 in the morning and editing as she can on the videos that we make. We try to make at least 5 or 6 videos a day, but usually it can come out at 10 or 15, and that's what we've done. And this can be counted quite easily, because we put over, I think it's probably about 640 or 650 videos up right now. In 3 months it doesn't take a lot of mathematical genius, does it? So that's what our day is consistent of, because we can't go online at home, so we have to drive. We have to drive a difficult mudslide down to the main road, and then we go into Talabon, which is, I don't know, 16 to 20 kilometers around the corner. We do that on our truck, which is gradually giving out, and we post what we can. For the little wisdom that I may have or may have learned along the way on my years, we make what I think are at least motivational videos. Now, what did we decide that we would do when we first started? We were so tired of looking at other sites, and not all sites are like this, because as I've said before, some are travelogues and they're wonderful, and they show beautiful women, they show bikini cloud. I just saw one the other day, beautiful scene, white beach, palm trees, coconuts, and a beautiful girl and a very happy looking man with that beautiful girl. That's great. I love to see it. And just like the next guy, I'm all for looking at a beautiful woman. I'm married to one. So our argument was never against people who are showing the beauty of the Philippines. It was more the bickering and the negativity that I used to see on some of the other sites. And all of them attract a certain amount of negativity, but when they allow interacting, bickering between each other with a lot of profanity and just negativity, you know, oh, well, you're just... That's what my wife would say. If ever I start to complain, she goes... and I have to stop complaining. So... Excuse me, I got a bad cold at the moment, so I'm not feeling so great. Now, we decided that we wouldn't have any of that. We decided that we'd show ordinary life. Yes, people in our ordinary life don't all get along. They don't all love each other. There are people that we don't like, and there are people that don't like us, and that is real life. And we don't make any apologies for that. We don't mind people disagreeing. Yeah, well, I don't agree with that, you know. Well, that's fine. But if they say, you're a son of a bitch, I don't like you, and I don't agree with you, then that's not fine. Because I don't do that to anyone else. And I'm not going to sit here working 12 hours a day and allow someone else to say it to me. But all of that aside, we decided that we would have a feel-good channel, and that's what we do. And of course, there are those who would say that that's censorship. Well, yes it is, because isn't it about time that somebody censored out the bad news and focused on the good news? That's our feeling, that's our mission. Now, in among all of that, of having fun, doing fun things around our little hilltop farm, chickens, turkeys, piglets, all of these, dogs, cats, puppies, all of this was fun. And we had a lot of fun. We tried to share that on our channel. In sharing it, we must have touched on a nerve for a lot of people, because suddenly we were up to, I think the present is 4,000 viewers. That's adding something like 12 or 1,400 people to subscribe in a month. That's what it amounts to. So we must be doing the right thing on that. Now, that's just on the YouTube channel, okay? But because of that, one of the byproducts of that is that we've been empowered to help people who are living in desperate situations. Hence our work for the paralysed man's family, for the 3 little girls' family, for Desiree, for Manorado, who was helped to clad his house that he'd been working so hard on and put a well in. These are all things that I can go to bed at the end of the night and feel proud that I was involved with them. Am I going around and building the houses myself? No. Am I digging the well myself? No. The bravest thing I did was actually do a video where I went down one of the wells and photographed it from the bottom looking up. Big brave me. Now, we've just been helped along to do this. We've acted on your behalf. You sent money, and how did we justify the money that you sent? We showed what we got, and we showed what we paid out. Absolute transparency, absolute honesty, where everything is all up front. If you send something for person A, project A, and we ask you, or if you send it to, it's okay to use this forever, for whoever, and we want to use it in a way which might be questioned later, like Rado is my brother-in-law. We got $100 from a donor. Well, I thought maybe somebody might accuse us of just doing for our relatives. So I messaged that donor and I said, this is Rado's story. Is it okay with you if I buy him a pump with your donation? And the donor said, you use that for whatever you want. Because we've been so honest and open and transparent, people have come to trust us. We will never betray that trust. That brings me to a little rundown on how our opposition works. Our opposition works in totally the opposite way. I can go to bed with Beth at the end of the day and we lie back and we think, that was a good day's work. These were the people that we helped. And we feel good. In Beth's case, in Beth's speak, she prays and she thanks God. In the morning, she thanks God for the approaching day. My wording is a little bit different, but it's not so far in spirit. Now, the opposition hides behind various names, and you as subscribers are looking at what is being posted. You're seeing what's being posted and it looks like different people. So you get 4 people saying, this is not right, we don't like this, and it looks like 4 people. It's not. It's probably the one same person. Right now we have someone who has stolen all of our videos and put them up on their own site. Now, the first warning we got about this was from, I think, a sincere friend. Because he wrote to me privately and said, this is what's going on, I think you should know. I could see I felt that was sincere. Since then, we've had another one, and you will be able to see it yourself from Scallop Seashells or some word like that. And he's saying, attention all loyal subscribers of Terence and Beth. And it sounds sincere, but what he's done is he's gone to every one of our videos on our channel and he's put the full contact information of what is obviously his channel where he has stolen our videos, and he's saturated our site with the same warning, the same message, the same information. Now, you know that I always ask, Beth always says, share. What's the difference between sharing and taking our video and putting it on another channel under another name? Is that we do not get the credit for that. We don't get the reward, such as it is in micro pesos, for posting our video which we have worked hard to create. Now, we don't get that. Plus, we don't get the recognition. Plus, we don't get the coverage. Plus, it's wrong. It's crime. They have stolen something that belongs to someone else. Now, what's the object of this? Do you think that they're really interested in stealing all our videos and having their own channel? No. This is so that Beth and I have to attend to it. The attacks that say that we're dirtbags and that we're not honest, and they come in various guises of veterans and people who say we're just concerned about honesty. All of those, or certainly 80 or 90% of them, are the same person, and they are just posting in different names so that it looks like a large following that are disagreeing. Someone has gone along suddenly from just 2 or 3 thumbs down, and I look at all our videos now, and they range from 1 thumbs down to 6 or 7. Now, is it possible in my mind that some people don't like what we've done? Of course, it is possible. I live with that self-doubt that maybe what we're doing is not so great. I live with that. Now, living with self-doubt is a normal thing to do. We're all afraid that perhaps we're going to we're all afraid that we are going to fail. And we live with that failure, and we go on, and we still go ahead and do what we have to do. The little kid that's waiting to go on stage at the school concert is afraid. But that little kid is a hero because he or she still goes on and in a quavering voice sings the little song that he's practiced. It's called Courage. Now, we've had very recent challenges where we're going to take your channel down. We're going to go to an attorney. We've got an attorney ready to work pro bono. And they put all of the information for how to report me to immigration, to the law, to the FBI, to all of these, and they give everybody else the bullets, and then they stand back and hope that somebody who isn't afraid to be known will fire the bullets. Now, I'm not venting about this because actually I've come to realize what a sorry life this person has. Whereas we go to bed proud of our work at the end of the day, proud of what you have given us, proud of all the people that have been able to sleep in a safe, warm, dry house now. And we're now into building our 5th or 6th house in just 3 months. Now, this other person, whoever they are, or team of persons, it could be 1 or 2, now, they're going to keep doing what they do because that's the nature of being able to take advantage of due process, which they're always talking about here in the Philippines. There's no due process, they're just going around killing people. Right. The bad guy can take advantage of due process. He can put a complaint. Now, we've had a complaint lodged against our GoFundMe saying that we're not authentic. We have photographs of Nisa on our GoFundMe saying that we want to raise the money to do this. Now, you, the subscriber, know exactly what I'm talking about because you've been following it. And you know that it would have to be a pretty elaborate scam to go and do an acting job in the Chonghua hospital, looking at getting at doctors and doing wonderful makeup on some young girl's back. It hasn't happened. We are doing what we have to do to help that girl. Now, what does that do? Does it mean that our GoFundMe is taken down? No, it's back up. And all of these things will be back up. All that we have to do is send in the documentary evidence, of which we have a ton. An everyday update on what we do is all on record. So, as somebody said to me, a good friend said, as you get more successful, more people will attack you. And that's life. Well, we're always talking about ordinary life. We're talking about real life. That's real life. Now here's the difference. Eventually, these people, as sorry as they are, will get tired and walk away. Right. Can we walk away? Can Beth and I walk away? I don't think so. No matter what it takes, we are still here. Even if we look a bit tired sometimes, even if we catch a cold like I've got right now, we're still here. Because we can't walk away. Could I walk her next appointment? Probably. Given the weather, there's been a typhoon recently and I'm sick, and as long as we know that the ferry ride across the water is safe, they'll go to Cebu and they'll do what we did the last time and the time before, and they'll record it on video. Can they walk away from that? What shall we do? Shall we pop down the road and say, the money back? No, we're going to keep the money ourselves. No, we're not going to do that. We can't walk away. Even if it means a lot of hassle and a lot... Well, nobody ever got anything done without a lot of hassle and a lot of pain. Sorry, there'll be an abrupt little gap there because we had a telephone call come in while I was filming. So I was really trying to get over the fact that we can't walk away. Yesterday we went to see an attorney. We filed a paper that will be a temporary thing for solicitation of funds. There is a permit, there is a form that you can download from the press. Now, we were able to do this on the kindness of Beth. What's the code name for our friend? We got some help in the form of a donation just for legal fees from our friend Little Bit Rich, who has been a staunch supporter in more ways than just financial, of advice, of help, support, emotional, everything. So, armed with our donation, we were able to go to see a lawyer. Unlike our opposition, who say that they can get pro bono help, we don't ask anybody to do anything for nothing. All of the workers are paid, and they're paid well so that they will work with a smile on their face and do good work. And that's the way we operate. And so we went to see an attorney in Taliban, and the attorney has said that for a given price, between 30,000 and possibly 50,000.
Yeah, other expenses, processing.
Between 30,000 and 50,000 pesos. Now, this loosely translated is about $1,000. And for about $1,000, we are now going ahead to file for a non-profit foundation. Right? We won't have to do anything. It won't be taking up our time. The lawyer will do his job, and he will negotiate everything for us. And the most that we'll have to do is just provide information. That's the most that we'll have to do. No great inconvenience to us. And we will then be trouble-free on that particular part. Does it mean that our opposition, whatever form that they take, will suddenly disappear? No. Because, as perhaps you can see, if the time is still visible on some of the postings, they're all on the same date, they're all at the same time, just a few minutes difference, and there are 9 or 10 or 11 or 12 or 15 of the same post, just on different video comments. So, somebody, a lonely man, in the middle of the night, is trying to work out what he can do to stop a girl from having an operation. I can't be angry with someone as pitiful as that. So, God bless you. we hope that someday you will find a way to be happy. Now, what's the next plan? On with the next plan. On with the good stuff. We've decided that we will have a guest house, and we've already had a donation from Mr. and Mrs. Keebler, who donated money so that we would have a good Christmas. Well, we had a great Christmas. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Keebler. We had a great Christmas. Thank you, Stephen. And part of the money that you gave is going to go to buying building block to start on the conversion of my workshop into a nice, comfortable guest room. And that guest room will have its own bathroom, and it will be done in rustic style, but to Western standards, which our house is. So that's going ahead. We're going fine on that, and we feel good about that because lots of people that we've grown attached to have indicated that they would love to visit us. So we want them to be comfortable, and you will be. You will be made very welcome. And this is so that people can come and see that what they have been seeing on video is the same as what they see in front of their eyes. That's called real transparency. They can come and they can look at everything. There's nothing that's secret. There are no secret agendas. There are no secret 4x4 SUVs out the front. There's one little red truck right now that's stuck halfway up the drive. That's what we have. Okay, so that's bringing you kind of up to date and letting you know that yes, there is an attack going on. It's probably just one person. And am I giving him attention? Well, this message is for you who are supporting us to know what the situation is. Okay? That's what it's for. And we want you to know everything. And that's all part of our transparency. The next big step will be for Beth when she takes Nisa. Nisa, by the way, is having her house built, if you've been watching the videos, and she is the one that is the happiest at the moment. I hope we have no way of monitoring if she has really made an effort to eat, because when you're used to not eating, that becomes a habit too, as many people with bulimia and other eating disorders will tell you. So we're hoping that she's done her homework so that when she goes tomorrow or the day after, she will be seen to be healthier and more able to take on the operation. That's what we're hoping. All right? And my little friend on my back is not helping, but that's another part of real life here. Okay. Can you get down? Huh? No, not right now, okay? Okay, so I think we've been called to an end here. Two people who tell me when to finish. One is the cat, and more importantly, one is my wife. So, enough rambling. Now I'm beginning to ramble, okay? So, thanks for looking in. This is the real foreigner in the Philippines. Everything else should be to us. If you see anything that is not our sight, then don't give them the pleasure of a click. And certainly you're wasting your time to subscribe to that other channel, because we have already instigated the complaint for bringing it down. Didn't take long, but it will be done eventually. Bye for now. This is a foreigner in the Philippines.